Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's daily draft. We are once again drafting Wilds of Eldraine Premier Draft here in the VOD form of content on the channel. We've got live streams of WOE drafts on Mondays and Thursdays for the first month of this format. We've got VOD content on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Tons of drafting here on the channel. If you're here for a draft, we've got it. And speaking of here for a draft, why don't we dive right into pack one, pick one. Hello again, and we've got an interesting one. Blue-Black Fairies isn't a deck I've drafted at all yet in the format, but this is a reason to do so. 3 mana, 1/3 flyer. Whenever you attack with one or more fairies, draw a card, then discard a card. Whenever a card is discarded this way, put a 1/1 counter on target fairy. There's also Gingerbread Hunter, which is an outstanding uncommon. One of the best in the set. But I'm going to go ahead and take Talion's Messenger here and see if we can find our way into fairies. Not guaranteed we do. And even if we don't, this card is great by itself. Gingerbread Hunter is like probably better than Messenger in black-green specifically. But we're not necessarily guaranteed to be black-green. But if we take this, we are not guaranteed to be blue, but pretty highly incentivized to do so. What do we have to follow it up with but Glass Casket, Candy Grapple, Graceful Takedown, and Stormkeld Vanguard. All of these are good. And I think I'm going to take Candy Grapple here. We're not taking a blue card, considering that there's only one, and it's freeze in place. Our neighbor took a rare. Could have been blue, but there is one card of every color in this pack, so don't know what color it was. Glass Casket is also good, but blue-white is not a deck you really want to be getting into. But let's take Candy Grapple and continue down that path. Splashy Spellcaster is an interesting one, as well as Johann's Stopgap. No black cards to consider. Curse is fine, but no reason to take that here. This is an interesting one between Stopgap and Spellcaster. This would give us 2 bargain cards, which, is quite good if we can find ourselves some Hopeless Nightmares and other things along that sort. I do think Splashy Spellcaster is a decent card, but I think Stopgap seems pretty good to me here. Oof. Now there's pick 4 Witchtalker Frenzy. Do people not understand how good this card is? 4 mana instant, deal 5, and most of the time it's a maximum of 3 mana. Usually 2 or 1. I think I gotta take that over Obira's Attendance, which would be fine. But I gotta go ahead here and take Witchtalker Frenzy. We could end up blue-red with this start. Speaking of blue-red, there's a Torch the Tower. There's a lot of ways to splash that are going around here. But I don't know, you give me Messenger, Stopgap, Frenzy, and Tower and say don't play blue-red? I mean, pretty convinced to play blue-red here at this point. Couple of decent green. There is a Crystal Grotto to potentially splash a Candy Apple, but when there's a card as decent as Obira's Attendance that goes well enough with Talion's Messenger, I think we can take that. Witch's Mark wouldn't be awful. Let's take the Attendance. Freeze in place 2 and Veil Guide, not reasons to continue down blue or white. Grabby Giant is fine in blue-red. There's also Rowan's Grim Search for if we get pushed off of red here, but I don't think we're going to get pushed off of red. If anything, we're getting pushed off of blue. So if we had to go red-black, what's better, Grim Search, Spearguard, or Grabby Giant? No, Grabby Giant could go in blue-red or red-black, potentially. I'm not thrilled with it. I think Rowan's Grim Search is a better card, but there's probably a better chance we play the Grabby Giant. That's why I took that there. I will go ahead and take Snare Master Sprite here. Now, Curiosity, interesting in blue-red if you're able to get some of the trebuchets or the... Oh, what's it called? The 3-mana 0/4 Thermo Alchemist variant. Because that draws an extra card every turn, and potentially more than one, if you're able to cast spells. But Snare Master Sprite goes totally fine in a blue deck. Talion's Messenger, Sprite on 1, Messenger on 3. Already pretty good there. And again, maybe we get pushed off of red and go blue-black, and that would be fine, but black to me is just overdrafted, and honestly not one of the best colors in the set in my opinion. I think it's a good color. I don't think it's the best color as others do. I think that might be held by red. Wow, there's a lot of decent cards here. Grim Search, Conceited Witch. I think we're more incentivized to be blue-red, and the trainee is fine in that deck too. It's got Pest Problem as its adventure, which also helps out our current bargain cards. So let's go ahead and take that here. Freeze in Place, Merry Bards, and Skewer Slinger. I don't think I want any of these in my deck. Witch's Mark came back. So did Crystal Grotto. I think I'll take the first Witch's Mark over the Crystal Grotto. Abira's Attendance came back too. Not too bad. Alright, so we're towing the line here. More than likely blue-red, but we'll see what comes, including a board wipe. Huh. In a color that we are not. I've gone down on Gadwick's First Duel. I think it can be fine. I think I'm going to take Spell Stutter here. I mean, do we abandon everything and go blue-white? This isn't great in red-white. I mean, this would make our draft kind of be a train wreck here. So I think I'm just going to stay down the current path with Spell Stutter and not really like it. Gosh, look at these black cards. Gumdrop Poisoner. 3-mana 3/2 lifelink, and it gives -X to a creature where X is amount of life you've gained this turn, and there's a food token. So if you have 6 mana, this is 3-mana 3/2 lifelink, gives a creature -3/3 by itself. There's also Taken by Nightmares and Spell Stutter. And Sprite. So I think I'm going to take the Poisoner here. We do have some good red cards, but we don't have to be red. And the Poisoner is just very good. That was a tough pick there. Wow, okay. Frenzy. Hatching Plans with 1, 2. Gosh, this is a tough pick here. We already have 2 bargain cards if you don't count Candy Grapple. I love Frenzy so much. I think we have to take Hatching Plans. This is finally a deck where I can play this card, and it actually is good. Restless Fortress, not the fixing land we're looking for. There is a Tenacious Tome Seeker here, though. Goes well with Hatching Plans. Gets back instants and sorceries. Better than Daredevil and Spear cards. Let's take the Tome Seeker. Ooh, oy. Wow. Alright, Picklock Prankster is an outstandingly great card as well. But there's another Candy Grapple, and I'm not taking any of the fixing as I continue to pass by Scarecrow Guides, Crystal Grottos, and Prisms here. I think we're guaranteed to play this Prankster, and we're not guaranteed to play this Apple or Grapple. And the Prankster is just really good in this deck. Goes outstandingly with Messenger. think I'm just going to take Prankster. That's also another really tough pick. So specifically fairies is open. We have 5 fairies. There's another prism. There's always a card that I could take. Maybe red is the splash here and we're blue-black. Blue-black fairies. And we can splash like a Frenzy and a Torch the Tower or something. Let's take Obira. Edgewall in versus Barrow Naughty. We have a lot of 2s, although we're going to get rid of some of these probably. Edgewall in is very good. Works well with Prankster, works well with Poisoner. Double attendance here. It also fixes for our red cards if we want to splash. Speaking of, I'll take another one. Obira's Attendant. Whoa, I didn't even see that in our first pack. Is no one playing green? This is a wildly powerful draft. Very powerful draft here. I do love Rowan's Grim Search. You know what? I think I'll take my first search over my third attendance here. Sprite, pretty good. Take another one. Misleading Motes. What is happening? I mean, I'm gonna take the Frenzy. What is going on? Is no one, like... I mean, this card is insane. So I'm looking at, like, this right now as the base. Currently have 7 fairies. Sure. 2 ways of fixing already. Another Edgewall in. How many tap lands can we play? Spiteful Hexmage gives us some bargain fodder for Torch the Tower, Candy Grapple number 1, Tenacious Tome Seeker, Rowan's Grim Search, Stopgap. I think I'll take Hexmage over a 3rd Edgewall in. I don't know how many tap lands you can play. I mean, if I had a 3rd, I would play it. But let's take Hexmage here. Regal Bunnycorn. Oof. Man, we are finding some powerful packs. There's another Obira, though, and I think that's what we're going to take. Back for Seconds, also an outstandingly great card. But boy, does this really work with... I mean, we can just instantly win some games with Sprite on 1, Obira on 2, Messenger on 3, and just win. Into the Fey Court would be great to wheel. But let's take Obira. Gosh, I want the fixing. You're giving me all the fixing, but then there's cards like Spellscorned Coven and Tenacious Tome Seeker in the pack. I have to take Coven. This card is so good. And it's a fairy? This card is so good. I can't pass it up. Alright, where's the fixing here? Let's see. There's a Hopeless Nightmare. And we do have a good amount of bargain. I mean, I'm playing Hopeless Nightmare. So, yeah. Tanglespan Lookout. This is the pack where I would love to take fixing. You know, pick 5. Perfect timing, where I just don't really want any of this stuff. And I would take the mana fixing, but there is none here. I'm not playing Witch. I'm not playing Sentry. There's no black cards. So, unfortunate, but... I mean, the deck is looking great, I think. Really wouldn't mind evolving. There's an Evolving Wilds in this format, too? I forgot about all this. Evolving Wilds, Crystal Grotto. No black cards. No fixing. There's a Water Wings. And a Firebolt, which isn't probably worth splashing here. I guess I'll take Water Wings. I mean, Brave the Wild is kind of fixing, but not for us. Can we get a Prism or something? Bitter Chill, that's a pretty good pickup. 2 mana, freezes their creature, and if it goes into a graveyard, you pay 1. If you do, you scry 1, draw a card. I think we'll take that here. And still no fixing. There was an Edgewall in pick 9. I don't think that comes around, though. Everyone should be taking that card. Currently have 22 good cards for the deck. And a couple we could throw in here. And I think Torch the Tower is going to make the cut. We're just going to have to see how good our mana is. Three 2-drops, including double Obira with 9 fairies. Okay. I was about to say another stopgap would be pretty good. And we did get it. Another way to bargain away things like the Cursed Roll and the Hopeless Nightmare. Take that over the moats. I don't think we get Edgewall in back here, but we might get Prophetic Prism. Probably not that either. No, we got Obira's Attendants. I don't know if I'll play a third. We might not get lucky on the fixing here. Give me one more piece of fixing, I'll be happy. Like a Crystal Grotto or something. Nope. Conceited Witch probably doesn't make the cut here, but I'll throw it in the board for now. Everything else here seems good. I might have to take Torch the Tower out. Scarecrow Guide is about the last one that I wanted. This is not the kind of fixing that I want. I said one more piece of fixing, but Scarecrow Guide is like basically the only one I wouldn't play, unfortunately. So, I think we'll be okay though. If we just take Torch the Tower out, cut one more card, and then play 2 Edgewall Inns in like a mountain, and that's 3 sources. For double Frenzy. Maybe we can get away with 2 mountains because the Edgewall Inns are also black and blue sources. Yeah, 2 mountains. This is 9 blue and 8 black here. So what would be the last cut? Maybe just a third Attendance. It's not the greatest of cards. We still have 10 fairies in the deck. Yeah, I mean, this seems pretty good to me. I mean, turn 1 Sprite, turn 2 Duelist, turn 3 Talion's Messenger, I think just wins basically every game that you start with that. And we have 3 of these, 2 of these, and a Messenger here. How many bargain cards? 2 stopgaps, a Tome Seeker, a Candy Grapple, and a Rowan's Grim Search. 5 bargain cards. Pretty good. Yeah, I think this deck is great. This should be pretty darn good. So we're going to try this one out in the queues. See you there. Well, if there's one thing that'll hold this deck back, it's mulliganing with crappy hands like this. So let's send this one back. Keep this one and probably send back a Sprite. I guess we could potentially send back a Swamp here. Yeah, I think we can send back a Swamp. this an instant or a sorcery here? It's an instant. I always forget to move the camera here. I think we'll just go ahead and bluff a counter spell and hold up Free the Fae. See if they have a counter spell. Looks like they do. Okay, good for you. Just play my boring 3-mana 3/2 now. I mean, I could have just sat here and done nothing, but that doesn't seem great to me. Sprite tapping down Tome Seeker. Okay. Well, I don't have anything better to do than just pay 2 for this. I mean, I could play another Sprite, but that doesn't seem great either. This deck has insane draws, and we are not having one of those right now, I can tell you that. Attendance, sure. Let's get some board presence, freeze down their Obira's Attendance, and then we can bitter chill that next turn. Can also cash Edgewall in at some... That might have to be the thing that gets frozen down here now. And by might, I mean does have to. It says Ward 2, that's okay. We can bounce the Attendance with Stopgap. Really hope they don't have their own Stopgap to bounce the Dragon. That would be pretty bad. Well, I mean, pretty easy discard here. Can't cast that card. Okay. I can bargain, but that seems horrible. So I'm just gonna pass here. Likeness Looter. It's pretty good. They can have just make it turn it into a 2/3. Looking in their yard, the best thing they can make it is this, but it's already on the battlefield, so I won't discard a card if that's the case. They can also do that at instant speed here, notably. Well, that's pretty good. So we do this. We attach it to the sprite because that doesn't matter. We can bargain away the cursed roll token to bounce the looter. And then swing. Okay. See what their play is here now. They might have another attendance. That's what I think they have. Just using on the Tome Seeker to gain 4 life. Or gain 3 life. That is what it is. Now they can looter and attendance, which holds back our whole board notably. Close game here. Yep. Swing with the other attendants, I'm sure. I can't use this edge wall in and be mana efficient in any way here. Something I can do is I can use Sprite, tap down the attendance, swing with everything. They have to take up to 7 here, potentially. They can't really swing back at me because they're at 4. If they swing with both of their creatures, they're dead. Granted, they do have 2 cards. Okay. They can turn this into a 3/4 flyer, I guess. Interesting decision to pay. I guess they did that so they can copy the Coven here. That's what I think they're going to do. It'll turn into a 3/4. Nope, just do nothing, basically. Keep it a 2/2. I think they think that they're going to get this enter the battlefield trigger, but it is already on the battlefield, so they will not trigger that. Bit of a mistake by them. We'll take it, though. No attacks. Land off the top. Well, I guess we're Abira's attendancing. If I attacked with everything, they eat this, they trade and they eat that, they take one, that doesn't seem good, so I can't really do that. Looking in their yard. Now they can turn this into a 3/4 if they want to. Looks like they will. No attacks. And Spell Stutter, not a bad draw. Let's do this. I don't know what they have. Get back the Prankster here. And then we can hold up its Adventure while also holding up Spell Stutter for 5? So counter target spell unless they pay 5. And if we don't need to do that, then we can just cast Free the Fae. Yeah, so this counters unless they pay 5 here, so go ahead and just get that into the yard. No attacks. Ooh. Let's start by doing this. Returning Coven. And then I think just playing Coven. Get their last card. Probably a land. Yeah, it's a land, but it is what it is. Still developing our board here. They can turn this into a 3/5. Which still doesn't get by our attendance here, so that's good. Good, no attacks. Don't need more islands, I'll tell you that. What if I attack all here? They have 4 blockers. They go 1, 2, 3, 4. They take 2. Still not dead. We have plenty of bargain cards we could draw, but are not. If we draw a bargain card, if we draw another stopgap, we probably just win on the spot, I would think. Still nothing. What if we attack now? They block 1, 2, 3, 4, and take... Yeah, we still not lethal. They go to 1, but they probably do a lot of eating our creatures, which would not be good. This has flash. So we can cast it on their turn here. Close game so far. First game and got a close one. Okay, that should be okay. We get to draw an extra card here. I mean, draw an extra land here. This might be all of our islands. 7. I think this is literally every island in the entire deck. 3 lands in the yard. Okay. See if they overextend. They did not. Still just go to 1 right now? Why do we have to... What are all these lands doing on the top of our deck? Ah. I mean, at least Edgewall Inn's the best of them, but not by much. We've got both Frenzies in the yard, and I don't think we have a way to get them out. I think the way to get them out is Prankster. I think I'll still put this on red, though. Oh, gosh. Any fairy there would have won the game because of Obira. Sure. Continue. Just 13 cards left. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 5 lands out of 13 cards here. Okay. There's got to be plenty of draws I can have that would, like, basically win me this game. This is frustrating. Gosh. We had them at 1, like 3 turns in a row with an Obira on the battlefield. And can't draw anything. That has flash. That was probably the wrong one to choose. Getting aggro now? Very strange plays. Which one is this? We lose a life? Okay, that's gonna happen. Sure. What's the follow-up here now? Alright, do we have it now? They have 5 blockers, we have 7 attackers. They have 3 flying blockers, which means these 2 are getting through. I think we have lethal. So we attendance, we play Obira, we legend rule the Obira. They go to 2, we attack with everything, they take 2. Right? So we do this. Okay. Right, so they block, 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 and block. They take 2. We play Obira. And they lose a life. What a game. No, that's not the right way to block. There you go. There we go. Wow. What a brutal game, but man, we managed to pull it out. We had so many different ways to win there, but our deck was just like, what if you just didn't for like another 7 turns? Alright, we go first now with all 3 colors of mana and a Frenzy in hand. I think we'll just play Sprite on 1 and then go from there. You don't know me. Apparently I don't. Rat out? I'm feeling a rat out. Unfortunate series of events for us here, if that's the card. While we're waiting for them to cast Rat Out. Oh no, it wasn't it. Alright. If you're still here and you're new and you're enjoying the content here on the channel, go ahead and drop a subscription if you wouldn't mind. We also have a Patreon page. Daily Draft over on Patreon. So go ahead and check us out. We've got early access to content. I got tier lists as well. All sorts of things. So, yeah, thanks for your consideration on that. I don't feel the need to get rid of this right now, although they could have bargain. Do I just play a Tome Seeker? I don't have any bargain fodder for this, but I guess I'll just play out a naked Tome Seeker again. It feels pretty bad, but like my options are do nothing. So, see, that's the card I would rather Frenzy here. think I'll go ahead and get rid of that. Sure, they can have a rat. Take 4. Hold on to Bitter Chill. That's an interesting play, but sure, I'll let it happen. Edgewall, pack, make a rat. Okay. My deck is like, I know you like lands. Would you like more of them? Deck, the answer is no. I'll tell you that. We've got plenty of great draws on the deck, and instead we have 7 lands here in our first 11 cards. Fell Horseman getting back. Spiteful Hexmage, putting it on the Edgewall pack. Pretty good synergy there. Do I use the Frenzy on the Hexmage to push more damage here? Or do I save it for a bigger creature? Black-Red doesn't really have bigger creatures. I mean, they could. You could just trade Tome Seeker for Hexmage, and then this isn't really a race we win anymore. If they just play the Fell Horseman, I probably just Frenzy the Fell Horseman. No adventure creatures to get back with Edgewall in. Now they're going to play a 5/5 or something. I'm sure, after I've used both of my unconditionals. Yeah, kinda. Holds back my whole board, and they get a bunch of 2/2 rats. And now we lose this race. Gosh, our deck is just not cooperating in the slightest. We have to trade for 2 rats now? Yeah. I mean, we just drawn all the cards in the wrong order. So we're taking... Good gracious. Yeah, just everything we've drawn has just been hot garbage. And here'll be a land to finish it. Told you. Alright. Not sure what else to do about that. Alright. We'll keep this one. It's an interesting decision what to do on turn 1. I did decide to cut and go down to 16 lands because I hate everything about Magic the Gathering. So, sure. Go ahead and take this and just hold up Spell Stutter here. And then continue to draw all of the lands. Guess we play this and then kick a Sprite, because there's no reason not to. Picklock Prankster. No, I think I'll just do another Sprite. So let's do this on blue. Cast Sprite. Tapping down the Fawn. That way they don't get extra mana or can get out of this mana screw that they've got going on. That's fine if they want to get rid of our Sprite. Still can't even attack. More lands. Land, land. Get back Frenzy. Play another in, I guess. On... I guess blue? Sure. Let's play Prankster here. Doesn't have reach. Nope. See if they can cast a card of a different color. Or if they're just mono green. They might just be mono green. They have access to 5 mana if they want it. Haven't found any of our bargain cards yet, but we do have Hopeless Nightmare still waiting. Looks like they got some decisions. The main deck, Spider Food, getting us. My deck says, I heard you said land. I think I'm just going to cast an Attendance here. I mean, I could hold up its Adventure, but it's not doing much. We've already got over half our lands through 17. 9 lands through 17. It's just what we do. Just what we do. I don't know why it didn't hold up red there. That's pretty annoying, but probably won't come into play. Yeah. Let's do another one. Why not another one? I don't know. 1, 2, 3. Sack this. Get back Prankster. And then I think I'll just hold up Frenzy or Free the Fae here. Welcome to Sweet Tooth, sure. There's all of our best cards, basically. I guess I'll take Coven. And I guess they just saw the writing on the wall there. Okay, so... yeah, we actually got to do something, even though we kept drawing lands after I cut down to 16. Let's see if we can continue. Alright, we go first, and this is the kind of curve that I think we're looking for with this deck. Sprite on 1, Obira on 2. And then, can we draw Italian's Messenger in the next 2 turns? We haven't seen it yet. Would be great if we could find it. Really hope they don't have Spell Stutter now. Okay, Minstrosity, sure. I'll offer the trade with Sprite and then use Obira's Attendance here to kill the Minstrosity is my plan. Drawing both of our splash cards, but no mana to cast it. Okay, we get to bounce. Well, I have literally nothing else to do here. Minstrosity, and what else? Candy Grapple? Yep. There have been worse draws. Do I attack here? No, I think I'm just gonna trade. I don't see why I need to attack. Got rid of Ego Drain. Okay. Now they can play their own attendants. Let's see if they have a combat trick they want to use again. Nope, we'll just trade. They get a food. There's the attendants. So we can do Picklock Prankster and Frenzy down their attendants when they attack with it. It seems okay. Or we could just play our own attendants. If we play our own attendants, they're probably not incentivized to attack with their own. That's not a race that they win. Plus, we just bounce it. So let's do this. Let's just play this. Get this down while they're tapped out. Six mana. Bargain fodder. There it is. Rowan's Grim Search. Got rid of one spell, which means they have two spells in hand now. I guess I should have done this before blocks here. That was kind of dumb. I could have pushed 3 more damage. Could have also used this, but they have something going on, obviously. So let's see if they have quick study. Okay. So let's just do this while they're tapped out now. And then also while they're tapped out, I guess we could bluff Spell Stutter here. But I don't really want them countering this. They're drawing a bunch of cards. I think I'll take Grim Search for myself. Sacrifice the Hopeless Nightmare. I can look like 7 or 8 cards deep or something like that if I want to. Don't care about Candy Trail, I don't think. Scream Puff. Well, Witchtalker Frenzy deals with that quite nicely. Let's do Picklock Prankster, Conceited Witch on the Prankster. Attack with Attendants, Frenzy Down, Scream Puff, and then now we've got two good flying creatures. They're at 7, and we have more card draw and things coming. So they have to try to counter this if they have a counter spell. They also have to deal with these two if they have ways to do that, which they did there. Still have a 3/4 flyer. Getting back what? Candy Grapple, sacrificing Candy Trail to give this... Okay, I see. So actually, we don't need the red anymore, so we can just do... Well, If I play the other Obira's Attendants, hit them... Well, they can chump with the fairy here. So they're not dead. But they're going to go to 3. So I can do 1, 2, 3. Don't need either of those. I'll keep just Obira, put the other 3 lands in the yard, draw yet another land. So we had 6 out of 7 of the top cards of our library just now were lands, for those keeping track at home. We'll hit in the turn. This is basically free. Eight, 9, 10. 11, 12. Okay, we've only got 4 lands left in there. I think this means we win now. There are ways that we don't, but it's pretty close. Our deck is doing everything it can to try to help us lose. Getting rid of Dark Tutelage. Yep, now they can still sacrifice Candy Trail to gain life. So they aren't dead. So we do this here. They now go back down to 3. Or they just forget. Sure. All right, deck, can we at all cooperate in any way here? Come on. The answer is no. All blue cards, no blue mana. So we'll mulligan, keep 6, and I guess there's no guarantee we cast Frenzy, so let's just send that one back. I think I'm going to lead on Hopeless Nightmare, because that means next turn we can go Gumdrop, Poisoner, and Sprite. So let's go Sprite here. They now have Torch the Tower, so we know that. Looks like they don't want to use it, or will they? Sure, if they want to use it on Sprite, that's fine with me. I would like to wait till 5 mana with this, so I can kill something for free after sacking the food. So I think I'm just going to Rowan's Grim Search here away the Hopeless Nightmare on their turn. Sure. I guess I could use a mountain. We'll see what Rowan's Grim Search turns up. Man. Wild. I mean, how many lands do I have to get rid of here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I guess now I'm casting Obira and Free the Fae, and then Poisoner sacking food my next turn. Have to take 4 damage to do it, which doesn't feel great, but we're going to gain 3 more next turn. Another thief. Alright. Again, there's all of our good cards. Stopgap. We're not going to have any bargain fodder. I'll take Coven here. Now I do this. And then sack the food. And then play Poisoner here. Killing, I guess, just one of the thieves. We're not blocking here, so let's go ahead and get in. Would have been an insane series of draws, taking Bitter Chill, Hatching Plans, Stopgap, sacking Hatching Plans, bouncing, drawing Spellscorn Coven. But no, our deck liked to be flipped to where we drew all the lands and then milled all of our good cards. Now that they know about this, I don't know how good it's going to be to hold Take It Back up here. I don't need action. Though I think I will. So let's do this on blue. Let's play Prankster. And I'm not blocking with Obira. So we'll just hold up Coven. Or take it back, I suppose. Any cards with Adventure in our yard? Nope. But if this can find its way there, or Coven can find its way there, we can get it back eventually if we're still alive. They can't really attack here unless they have a combat trick. And even if they have a combat trick, can bounce it to their hand, but they could just cast it again. But I would be fine trading the combat trick for... That should be okay, but, I mean, it's free for me to do this. So, sure. No bargain fodder currently. So let's get rid of a card here. I don't think playing this without bargaining is good enough right now. Like, what am I doing? Trading it with a thief or something? Forgot that stupid thing has reach. Apparently they did too. Do they have Kindled Fury? Not dead after all. Okay. Now I mean, if I just, as long as I don't die, these flyers are probably going to win the game here. Ginger Brute. Nothing I have has haste, so they can start getting in for 2 here. Or 1 a turn, I guess. I can trade Coven with Guide at this point. And then I can get it back with Edgewall in. Okay, go to damage. Now I do Hex Mage, putting it on my Prankster, I think. Oh, Gumdrop Poisoner's in our yard. Why did I not see that? Or did that just get there? No, it's been there a while. Okay, well I should have brought that back. What on earth is this? It's 2 rats. Beginning of your upkeep, sack a creature, put a 1/1 counter on it, and then impulse draw. Good thing I can kill that now. Alright. Now we do this here. Sure. Is this a food? Yes. Where do they get the food from? Feed the cauldron, I suppose is what it was. All right, what are we doing? We blocking or not? We are. Sure. Down goes Poisoner. Yep. That is a pretty good roll to get on top of Gingerbrute, got to admit. That's going to be tough, especially once we just draw all of our lands again. I guess I should have chumped the Gingerbrute there. Rowan, Scion of War. Jesus. I'm going absolutely nuts. This has Menace. So the only way we survive is if we play Poisoner and double block Rowan, take 5, go back up to 2 from the lifelink. Because if we attack, we die. If we gain the life, we go up to 7, take 9. So this is the only way we live. And they have priority, so I don't know what they have, but if they have removal... I haven't gained any life, have I? I don't think I have. I mean, we drew 3 lands in a row again. Oh wait, no, they can just do that, or they're unblockable and we lose. Oh my gosh. Goodness gracious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we had 4 lands left in our deck. Finally, a hand that's functional. And maybe a hand that can actually win us a game. Because holy cow is this draft frustrating. I think I'll get rid of that. Because we'll just keep drawing them. So it should be fine. If they kill this Obira, we'll have another one to cast. Put this on red. This is the kind of hand we need to win. I think the Hex Mage is worse at this point. Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of thing that I did in deck building where I was like, this is the hand that just wins games, like, uncontested. So at least we got to do that once. Alright, opponent goes first. The hand is a little slow, but we have all 3 colors of mana. Not as good as our last game, but now it's pretty good. With Talion's Messenger here. Probably playing Edgewall in next turn so I can play Messenger on 3, unless I draw a land. Up the Beanstalk. Nope, Troublemaker, oof. Okay. Ooh, that's good with Johann Stopgap. This is tough here. I think I'm actually going to do this. And the reason is, if we draw a land, we're still fine. If we don't draw a land, we have basically 2 mana gain 3 life, or 2 or 3 life if we want it. And we can stopgap something to bounce something if we want to. So we didn't draw the land. So again, we can just 2 mana gain 3 life by using it on the Tome Seeker on their turn. If we stopgapped the Tome Seeker, sacking Hatching Plans, we go up to 8 cards and would have to discard a card, which is not really something we want. We could bargain away the Hopeless Nightmare. We could bargain away the Cursed Roll. Would prefer to not have to discard, so let's use basically the Attendants to gain some life here. Tough cookie. That is a tough cookie to deal with. Now we play Hexmage and Messenger, I suppose. Gonna have to hope we survive long enough here, but yeah, they're going aggro here. So this feels horrible to do, but I mean, if they're just trying to close out this game, I'm gonna try to preserve my life total. I'm gonna bounce their food so the cookie can't... I didn't really need mountains. So I can cast Sprite, tap down something, or I can create a food and hold up Spell Stutter here. I think I'm going to cast Sprite. Keep that tapped down. Have to go down to 9. Let's hope they don't have a big 6-drop that I tapped out of Spell Stutter for. Oh, they do have that. Forgot about that. And it has Trample. Okay. That's a problem. I think we're gonna die here. Well, that was a pretty nice turn for us. I don't really need more islands, unfortunately. I need swamps here. As long as they have this, I can't really be attacking very much right now. Especially while I'm at 6. Okay, that should be okay. Don't have any enchantments right now. Sack the food, play Poisoner. Kill... Tome Seeker, I suppose? I have some protection here with -4, -0. If I attack with everything, I hit them for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and they're dead next turn. And I have a lifelink. I can't see how I lose on the backswing. This thing, they animate this, becomes a 5/5. We give it -4, -0. We block. We take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We gain 3. Back up to 9. Like, how do we lose that? Unless they have removal, we still go down to 6. Right? -4, so they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess because of Yenna here. So what if I did this? No. This. Are they still dead next turn if I do this? 6, they go down to 9. They would be dead next turn, technically. So let's do this. Yeah, they go to 9, and they're technically dead to all of these 3 attacking here. Sure. Do this. Oh, the tough cookie can gain them life as well. Have to take 7, gain 3. Go up to 5. Drop another island. What's the wicked roll again? -1? Okay. So they go up to 11. We hit them down to 1. So of course they survived. We hit them for 10. They're at 11. They still have this on the backswing here. All right, cross your fingers. This way we take 2, we gain 3, so we're gaining 1 damage, or 1 from this. If they have Titanic Growth, we still don't die. Guys, this had to be the most frustrating draft I think I've ever played in. I don't know what else to say. That was just... Is there another way we lose that game at all? I thought we were so safe. I guess we had to block a different creature with the lifelinker. Man, oh man, oh man. All right, this deck went 7-0, so it was pretty good. Yeah, this might be one of the best blue-black decks we're going to have all format with a very disappointing 4-3. What a draft. What a draft. If you're still here, I'm sorry. See you tomorrow for a live stream, and see you next time for your daily draft.